Hello, this is Vivian Stewart, the virtual librarian at Southwest Tennessee Community College. I would like to share some of the resources that are available for any students who may be taking history courses or any faculty members who may be teaching history courses. I'm starting at our library's homepage, which is www.southwest.tn.edu/library. The first thing I would like to point out is that whenever you see the item that says We're Online, click to chat. If you have any questions, simply type them in and I will respond to you. When I am not online, you can send me an email and I will respond after hours. The first place we're going is CyberCat, which is our online catalog. And if I wanted to find books on the Great Depression, I would simply select Title. And now I am keying in the Great Depression. Correct my spelling, and now I will submit, and there are 9 titles that are listed. In line number 1 there are 5 titles, so I will select this, and we have a listing of the 5 titles. The titles are listed in blue. By the icon you can see that we have some videos and we have at least 2 books. In item number 3, the title is listed along with the author's name, the place of publication, the publisher, and the copyright year. There are 2 locations that have copies of this book, and they're Maxine Smith and the Gale Library. You're provided with a call number so that you can find the items on the shelf, and the status lets us know that these items are available. It is not necessary for you all to travel from one location to the other simply to get some of our resources. You will simply click on Request. You are asked for your name and the barcode number off of your college ID. We will transport items via our intercampus delivery to you, and when the items arrive you will receive an email and you could take your student ID to the library and check the book out. I'm clicking on InfoNet homepage to go back. Next we're going to electronic databases, and the first place that we're going is electronic books. And I want you to see first of all Credo Reference, and this is a collection of digital reference books that we have. So when it opens up we will search for the Louisiana Purchase. And once again I'm correcting my spelling. And now we will search. There are 924 results. So as I scroll down up on the reference entries, you're provided with your topic, and then this is the title of the book, which is listed in blue. You have a couple of sentences that has been pulled from that the information that is provided. You're provided with the total number of words, if they're images, and the publisher. You also have the ability to refine your search over to the left hand side. If you see something that looks interesting, you just simply click on the link. It will display this information from the book for you. You have the ability to use EasyBuild where it will actually cite this for you. You could send this to your email, you can look at the PDF version, or you can save this to your USB drive. This is Credo Reference. I'm closing this out. I want you to also see the Gale Virtual Reference Library, and we will perform the same search, and I just want you to see the different type of books that are provided here. So from my drop down list I will select Louisiana Purchase and now search, and we have 1,895 results. And as we scroll down, what you will see is that you have pictures of the books. The titles of the book is listed. It tells you how the number of words and the exact pages where your information comes from. You could view just the HTML text, or you could look at the PDF version. But something that I think is very unique about this database is that if we click on the picture of the book, it takes us to this book, and we could now go to something from the table of contents, or we can go to the book index, which will provide us an alphabetical listing of everything that is listed in this book, or we can look at the listing of illustrations, or we can type in a search topic here. So this is something that's really nice about the Gale Virtual Reference Library. I'm closing this out. Next, we're going to Net Library, and we will perform the same search again for the Louisiana Purchase. And now we will search. There are 35 books that is available in this collection. So you have pictures of the books, you have the title of the book and the relevant publishing information, and you have 3 options. Ebook full text is how you will open the book up and start reading it. You can expand the table of contents and go to a certain chapter, or with special instructions from the staff, you can download this to your own device for up to 7 days. I also want to point out that we have this Oxford Encyclopedia collection that is here, so there may be some history titles that are here that you may find is interesting, and you can use this, especially maybe the Encyclopedia of American Immigration may be something that you may be interested in. I'm scrolling down, and next I'm going to the category of General Periodicals, and I want you to see OmniFile Full Text. And when this opens up, we will search for information on the stock market crash of 1929. And we will search. There are 207 results, and of course we can refine this. We want to refine this by full text first of all, and if we want to, we can change the publication dates, and then we click on update, and now we're down to 54 results. You're provided with a title, and then where we have the option to view the PDF full text, we can look at the full text of this article. And it is loading up the PDF version for us. Now, depending on your computer, you may need to add Acrobat, Adobe Acrobat Reader to your computer. But this is the actual PDF version or the scanned version of this. I am closing this out. I want to go back up to Database Collections. And I want you to see the Ebsco Discovery service, and we will do the same search for the stock market crash 1929. $6,300. Keep in mind that, of course, we do want to look at full text, and you may also want to look at scholarly peer-reviewed type journals. And once we update, we're down to 2,975. Now, with this module, you may look at the HTML version along with the PDF version. So we click on HTML full text. You have the option, of course, to read this, and this is a full text article. You also have the option to listen to this. You can choose the accent, which is an American, Australian, or British. Up under settings, we can highlight sentences or words. You can choose the reading speed, which is slow, medium, or fast. Or you can download this as an MP3 to your own device. I'm closing this out. Next, we're going to TEL, the Tennessee Electronic Library. The first thing you would need to do is select all of our 67 titles, and let's search for Thomas Jefferson. And now search. And it's searching all 67 titles to provide us with the results on Thomas Jefferson. The first thing that I want to point out is that everything we will look at is full text information. Under your results, it found 3,884 magazine articles, which are displayed here, 2,456 academic journals, which are more scholarly type publications, 3,271 books. There are 22,372 newspaper articles. We have images, we have videos, and we have audios. So let's go to the category of books. And now it will display those books here for me. So of course our topic is Thomas Jefferson, and we have the author's name. The titles of the books are listed in green, and it tells me how many words and the exact pages where the information comes from. We can look at the full text, of course we can look at the PDF pages. So I am selecting the full text. Your search terms are appearing in red, and this is the full text information from that book. In the toolbox, we can look at the PDF pages. I can send this to the printer. I can send this to my email. I can download this to my USB drive. I can have this cited for me using APA or MLA style. I can share this on a social network. I can translate it into other languages, and if you are an audio learner, you can listen to this and also download it as an MP3. So this is TEL, the Tennessee Electronic Library. I'm closing this out. Let's go to the category of history. And the first thing I want you to see is America at War online. And you have a listing of various wars that have taken place. So if we wanted to find something on the Civil War, there's a module. We would simply click on the overview to open this up. And you have your various chapters listed where of course you can read your information, or you can listen to the audio version. Under support materials, we have a glossary. We have a listing of key people. And of course you can select one and it will display information for you. We have major battles. Once again, select one and it will display information. We have statistics. We have a timeline. We have an image gallery. And the computer is just a little slow. And then we have a video gallery. Okay, I'm closing this out. I'm going back to history. There are other history modules that are here. So if by chance you want to go back and look at Global Exploration Online, it's very similar to America at War Online. But these are the various modules that are available. You may also want to go to the History Reference Center. And it looks very similar to one of the other databases we opened up before, but keep in mind that the majority of the information is on history, and there are videos that are available here to watch also. So you can select a certain timeline depending on what type of information you want and what time period. I am closing this out. And next we are going down to the category of maps. In case you need maps, you may want to use World Geography and Culture Online. Under the category of multimedia, let's see if we can find something on the Declaration of Independence using one of our multimedia items. We can start with the academic video online, and there are about 15 different modules that are here. So let's just type in Declaration of Independence. And now we will search. And I cannot guarantee that every video that is here will be something that you would actually want to use, but I'm just showing you all the possibilities that are provided. So remember, it's going through 15 different modules, so it may take just a moment in order to display the videos for us. There are 143 that are actually here. So in blue, this is where you have your titles, and you can also view the transcripts also. I want to point out that there's a little icon for a telephone, so these are available to be downloaded to your iPhone. So remember, there are 143. And if by chance you see something that looks interesting, you just simply click on the triangle and it will queue up the video for you. And closing this out. And I'm just going down through our list. We have American history in video, that you could just watch American history videos. As we continue going down, I want you to see the Master Academic Collection. And when this opens up, we of course can perform a search, but let's just go through and see if we have a subject area that may say something about history. Okay, up on the history, we want to click on View All Titles. Of course, we can narrow this down over to the left-hand side if we want to, but there is a total of 1,834 titles. So as you're going through, or if you narrow this down, if you see something that looks interesting, you can either click on the triangle or you can simply click on the title. I'm closing this out. And another one that may be interesting is World History in Video. Under the category of newspapers, of course, we can look at Tennessee newspapers. We have the Commercial Appeal, and then Newsstand will provide us with a multitude of various newspapers from around the globe. I'm scrolling back up, and now I'm going back to the library's homepage, and we're going to our daily page. And I want you to go to Recommended Websites. And up on the recommended websites, under the category of history, these are websites that we are recommending are good websites for you to use. So these are our recommended websites. I am going back, and I want to point out how to. Of course, in your history classes, you may have to write papers. So I want you to see how to develop a thesis statement. You will simply click on the words Thesis Builder, and once you have completed all of your research, if you come here and answer the basic questions that we have, you have an option that says build a thesis. It will take your information and it will build a thesis statement for you that you can copy and paste into your paper. Or you could click on make an online outline, and it will take your information and it will place it in outline format for you so that you can stay on target whenever you are writing your paper. I'm going back up, and there's one more place that I want to go. So I'm going back until I get back to the point to where I could go back to the library's homepage, and I want to go to Periodicals. And if you want to find out the different history magazines and journals that we carry on site, we could simply type in history. And now we have a listing. Now out of this listing, we don't have everything on site, but you have access to all of these different magazines or journals via our electronic databases. So if I was scrolling down and I was interested in history of education journals, well then I have access to this by going through JSTOR. So I can simply click on this link and I can see back issues of that particular magazine. As you can see, we go all the way back to the 1950s. So I'm not sure if I would want to get information that far back, but just let me just simply show. We could just click on the link, and this is 1953, and this is volume number 4, and I'm waiting for the information from that magazine to actually display for me. So these are the articles that appeared, and we can actually see the article summaries, or we could click to see the article in the PDF version. So we are no longer keeping a lot of back issues of magazines because we have a lot of them in electronic format. I'm closing this out, and I want to try to find one that may actually be on site, but I don't see an option on this page. But if one of our libraries actually had a magazine, there would be a link that says Southwest Print Holdings, and this is where you would click and you could find out which of our libraries actually should have that on site. So I am now going back to the library's homepage, and of course there are other resources that may be available, but I wanted to just briefly show you some of the main items that I think will be helpful. So I hope that you would take advantage and start using some of these resources and share this with other students. Have a great day.